But a movie that everybody knows that it happened, I will say everybody knows it happened, is V for Vendetta. And honestly, when that movie came out, like, fucking, it made a huge impact. It did. With Natalie Portman, with Hugo Weaving, it made a huge impact. The fucking shit, like, remember, the 5th of November. You know, it was fucking great. And now, apparently, Warner Brothers wants to do a reboot. They want to reboot it because that's the world we live in. And as we talk about on Cruise Control, we always talk about rebooted projects. And here's a new one for everybody for our 100th episode. So they're going to do an adaptation of this. New cast, new everything. They're talking about playing with the time frame because, of course, it doesn't. I mean, they adapted the first one a little bit for present day, and they'll probably adapt this one. Of course, it was all involved with. I've been drinking a little bit tonight, but I mean, the 2005 film adaptation was, dystopian version of the United Kingdom, right? With the dark worlds of the source material, and the film was different in many ways because, of course, Thatcher was there. Now Thatcher's dead. And before it was supposed to be about her and going against her. But now if she's gone, like, how do you revamp that to do a new day and age? It might be about a new, ruler at that time in the UK. Maybe they'll change it completely, but they're going to adapt it and they're going to change it for present day, which makes sense. You can't. They did it before. They'll do it again. Oops, they did it again. That's what happens, But I mean,
don't you drag Brittany into this?
It's Brittany, bitch. It's Brittany, bitch.
Leave Brittany alone.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show. But it's about the destruction of the Parliament. That's what it's about. It happens relatively early in the comic book's narrative because it is a comic book project, and it goes back and follows suit. And it's like, for me, I think if you're going to change it, you're going to adapt it, you're going to make it more relevant. That makes sense. So I thought that with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen recently, where we're going to change that too, maybe make it a new present timeline, because you kind of have to do that. But also, I'm like, if you're going to touch this project, they League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is going to be rebooted. We talked about that on Wednesday. It happened the same way as this.
Episode 99. Go look it up.
99. Check it out. But
starring Sean Sutherland, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, that's that.
Fuck yeah. Same thing's happening with V for Vendetta, which I love the first fucking movie. And I had more to say about that fact-wise, but it's a little late in the show. And for me, I'm like, I'm upset because that movie, Hugo Weaving, is fucking made to play that role. Natalie Portman shaved her fucking head on camera for that role. The way they perceive the government. If you paid me, I'd
shave my head right now.
The way they perceive, the way they,
I got $5
the government.
I mean, well, okay.
I'm episode 100, shave your head.
Natalie Portman money. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got that.
As Ty says, now it was interesting.
You shaved your head for free.
Because, I mean, yeah, you can follow the source material, but there's sometimes, like, if you're going to make it relevant for, especially the way the world works, Gen Z's changed a lot. The people have changed a lot. Like, maybe you adapt it to nowadays and make it more present. The V mask itself, you can't change that. He's a figurehead. So for me, I'm like, yeah. But for me, I'm like, do we need this though? Like that movie in 2005 was really fucking good. And the way they shot it, I mean, you have the Wachowski sisters were involved with it. Like, the way they shot it, like it was fucking, yeah.
It was their movie. Yeah.
It was their movie.
It was?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Wow, I did not know that.
Done beautifully. To do it again, just for a money grab, pisses me off.
Me too.
Because that's a movie that's all about acting and about politics. And they covered both of them. They hit them hard. And it was all very well done.
Yeah, it was done really well.
Why don't we touch it again? But it's happening. Apparently, Warner Brothers wants to touch on it. They want to adapt it to present day. What do you think about this? Sabrina.
Fuck you, Zaslav. That's what I think about it.
If you were Zaslav, would this be your first project you'd adapt or what?
That's for Zaslav right there. Warm spray. First of all, I had no idea that how do you say their name?
Wachowski.
Yeah, thank you. Had no idea the Wachowski sisters were involved in that. That's amazing. They always do very good work. I'm gonna have a hunch they're not gonna be involved in this. So
no,
not a plus. No Natalie Portman. No Hugo Weaving. Like I just feel like
it's very early.
There is so much room to find original source material, especially with the strike going on. Like there's like you can't think of like a book to adapt, like idiot Megan and freaking Harry
They're
are
doing it.
doing, or you know what I mean, like something. So I know that this also was, but like I'm saying another, like why do we just keep visiting the same IP-ness over and over and over and over and over again? It's like, for fuck's sake, get
Because it's
a
so
new,
easy to get that close to the IP-ness.
Ride
Well, I mean,
a
you
new
know, I guess-
IP-ness.
for fuck's sake, it's like it's like just
There you
going
go,
back
Sean.
to your ex all the fucking time. Just find a new man. You know what I'm saying? Or a new woman, or new both people. A new they, a new she, a new he, a new him. I don't give a fuck. Just stop doing this shit over and over and over again. It's super annoying. I loved this movie. It was really, really fucking good. And by the way, still people wear these masks on Halloween.
Stands up.
There was a whole car of people with
holds
the
up.
masks on in Hollywood. Brian, do you remember this? It was like maybe 6 years ago. We went to Hollywood and you didn't have your ID and we had to come home.
Yeah.
Remember that? They were like, a whole truck went by and they were like announcing, they wouldn't let us in. We waited in line for an hour and they wouldn't let us in. They were like announcing on like a blowhorn. They were like making like political announcements out of a car and they all had the Vendetta mask on.
Yeah.
It was so creepy and so amazing. I was like clapping. I was like, fuck yeah, you guys are awesome. I love Halloween. That was amazing. I just don't want to taint it. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't like fucking up things that are good. And this was good. It was one of her best performances, in my
She
opinion.
was fucking so good.
I mean, aside from that Zach Braff movie that she did when she had epilepsy and wore the
Garden
helmet,
State, great movie.
that's my favorite. I
I
think
love
that's
that
my
movie.
favorite performance for her
It's
of all
such
time.
a good movie.
She's spectacular in that.
And Zach Braff couldn't
I feel
fucking
like
make
Sean does
Lightning
not like
Strike
any of what
twice
I'm
on his
saying.
next one. I'm just
No,
saying.
no, I do. I appreciate what you're saying. But what I'm glad that we're covering this after we just talked about Landscape with Invisible Hand, right? Because it's like this is why exactly like a movie like Landscape with the Invisible Hand does not get of its fair share when you have shit just continually being rebooted and shoveled out to you. Like the
100%.
original V for Vendetta was fantastic. I enjoyed it.
great.
It was visually like, say whatever you will. I'm sure the film hasn't aged super well, but like it captured like really, I thought like appropriately and like like this dystopian kind of like way of the police state, and like it had this really great like bit like this and Children of Men I thought were like fantastically
so good.
done in terms of just like showing like
Children of
This
Men
is
is
what-
one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, so
I agree,
good.
but like V for Vendetta, the comic itself, if you were trying to do an accurate version of that, I could understand a reboot, right? Like just saying, hey, you know what, we did it in modern times, that's fine. But like if I know Sabrina, you got an issue with period pieces, but like
I
V
sure
for
do.
Vendetta, like
And
originally
fantasy.
in it, like could be fine. However, with that being said, if they are doing this and it's just another reboot to kind of clog
reboot, Sean.
if they're just doing it to clog theaters that squeeze out, original concepts and original movies, like they're fucking over smaller films like this, and it's too bad.
Always.
But like, why? If you have great source material, just make it a period piece. I know Rachel was saying too. She loves period pieces. Just make it a period piece. Actually cover that time and do the source
But you
material
can't have that
fucking
mask
justice.
because that mask wouldn't
You
be
know?
available in period pieces.
As opposed to like, let's make it fucking about cell phones
like
and
in the
fucking
80s,
AI and shit. That's where there's probably gonna go. Rachel, like we've talked about this before with you. What do you think? Do you think that it would be best suited
Yes,
to
it is
actually
Warner Brothers.
make it a period piece and go off the source material, or should we make it a modern day rendition of V for Vendetta?
I have not read the comic, so I don't know what time period the comic takes place in.
It's 80. It's the 80s.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, are we calling 80s a period piece? Because that's
It is
not-
nowadays.
Oh my god.
A period
I was
piece is
alive in
any
the
time
80s.
outside of the current time. If you make something in the
Ugh.
early 2000s, it's a period piece.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
I like to
It's
refer
just
to
where-
period pieces as
it's
olden
just where we
times.
live in, Sabrina.
Olden times, Rachel.
I want to.
Olden times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I wanna-
that's also a period piece. It's a
I
different
want to
period.
address that.
I know it's 100% wrong. I just think it's funny.
I want to address what Ty's
Um,
saying too when I get a
what's
second.
Ty's
But go ahead,
Okay.
Rachel.
Even with the success of the movie, the way
it
it
was.
was well shot, acted, you don't think the creator was happy. No, the creator of the comic has openly said that they were not a fan of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
personally, I
because
think
Lexi said that earlier. I was wondering what you meant.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah,
I do agree with Lexi here, though. Can we stop calling a time period that I live in and remember a period piece? Thank you.
Sorry.
But it is though. It is though.
Anytime you're doing
Unfortunately,
no.
You were born
Alan,
in
Yes, we
82.
are.
You don't
Yes, we
remember
are.
the early 80s. Shut the fuck up.
back up.
I remember the 80s.
Alan Moore just always has an issue with adapting comics in any other medium that's not comics. Like
So I
Alan
think
Moore is a prolific creator, and he is very stringent on like what he gives rights to and what he blesses. So yes, of course, he's never going to enjoy or like love when anything that he put his blood, sweat, and tears into is adapted, just because he believes it should remain as a comic.
Okay,
no,
so the creator of the comics
no.
is upset.
Yeah. Alan Moore.
Yeah, kindly
sold
fuck
the rights.
yourself, sir.
He sold the rights. He sold the
Yeah,
rights at
fuck
the end of the
off.
day.
He prays
Okay.
to a snake god. All right.
A snake god.
At the end of the day, I really liked
In
the
the
original.
period
I don't
piece.
think a remake of a film is necessary. I think if you want to make, you want to do like a Watchmen and do like an HBO series with it, that's fine.
Loved
That'd be
watching.
cool.
Same creator.
Yeah.
Movie sucked. Series great.
But again, same thing. If you don't like the V for Vendetta movie,
Movie
why
was
make
good.
another movie? Make
Stop
a
it.
series. I really like the film. I love V for Vendetta as a film. I personally do not see the point in redoing it, but if the comic book fucking nerds want to redo it, sure. Cool. Do a series.
Do you know
Don't
what
do
V
a
for
fucking
Vendetta?
film.
Do you know what the movie in 2005 dealt with, Sabrina?
What?
Do you know what the 2005 V for Vendetta movie
Sorry,
dealt with?
I was reading that specifically at the no. I mean, I saw it when it came out. I don't really remember. I do remember really loving it though.
The monarchy. There we go. Call
Yeah,
it
The
back.
monarchy. Rebelling against the
British
I
monarchy.
culture.
should have just deduced that for fuck's sake. I should have
It
just
all
deduced
comes
it.
around.
Damn it. You let me walk right into that. How dare
It's a
you?
circle, guys. It's a circle.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
a circle.
Oh,
All
we
right,
lost.
you win.
We lost you, Rachel. We can't hear you.
Rachel, your audio's out, babe.
We can't hear you.
Do a reboot. Do a refresh, maybe.
All right.
Hope we
Rachel
lost
will
Rachel
be
for a
back.
second.
Kevin says Warner Brothers' next big hit film will be Joker Part 2 with Lady
That'll be
Gaga.
big. It'll
I
be
totally
big.
agree.
Kevin.
It's going
Agree.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
100%.
I think
Getting
that's
a lot
going to
of
do
love.
very well. And the
100%.
fact that it's like Elseworlds in a lot of ways, it's like its own different thing, but it's, I still wish it was connected because Joaquin Phoenix is a phenomenal fucking actor.
Yeah, dude, he's so great.
There
You
she
know what?
is.
Do you know? Did you guys know his name used to be Leaf Phoenix?
Good choice changing it.
It
Good
used to be
choice
like
changing it.
Leaf and River. Like his parents are like super hippy dippy
Oh, we can
and like
hear you now,
granola.
Rachel. Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're Rachel's
What
back.
you got, Rachel?
Yay!
The thing about the Guy Fawkes mask is these fucking douche bros these days have taken it and like flipped it. And like I saw a car today that had a Guy Fawkes mask sticker next to a SpaceX sticker, and I'm like, you've lost the plot, my dude. You do not understand what's happening here.
You've lost the plot, my dude.
It's a lot.
It's like the Punisher stickers with the fucking. You lost what Punisher was about, my guy.
No, there's it's also obviously been adapted or adopted by the hacker collective Anonymous. They also
Yes,
use
Anonymous.
it, which I think
Oh,
is
yes.
Yep.
There's also a restaurant in Baltimore called the Anonymous Lounge, and I always have to laugh because part of their logo is the Guy Fawkes mask, and I go, what
Really?
the fuck are you?
Are you
What the
serious?
fuck are you doing? Oh yeah.
But even still,
what-
Anonymous aligns better with it than fucking SpaceX.
No,
Oh,
I
100%.
completely agree with that. But like, yeah, Anonymous has done more good than Elon Musk will ever do. It's just in terms of,
100%.
the freedom of information and.
Well,
and,
Elon Musk is
the tearing
pretending
down
to
of
do a
larger-
cage match with fucking the.
Sean knows. Sean knows
Facebook
oh too well.
Zuck-
Sean was like,
I
fuck
hope
that,
Zuck
moving
kills
on.
him. I hope Zuck
Zuckerberg-
fucking destroys
Dude,
him.
It's never
And
gonna
I
happen.
never thought
It's
I
never
would
gonna
root
happen.
for
No,
Mark
it's never
Zuckerberg.
gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Unfortunately.
But this movie
I'd
is
watch
happening, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. Maybe for the actual creator, maybe this is the best thing ever. Maybe they'll be more involved and they'll actually get the whole idea going forward. But the idea that we've heard so far is that it's going to be a reboot, modernized, and not anything based off the comic. So
Really quickly,
to me, that sucks.
I penis. The thing is,
penis.
I like
Penis.
always I drink to I penis. Let's drink to I penis.
out
sorry,
of
man.
drink.
It's there.
I'm out of
There'll
drink.
be t-shirts.
We'll get more drink.
I gotta
Now
go
is the
downstairs.
time.
It's a whole big
Get
fucking
the
deal.
fuck
Don't worry about it.
together. You gotta
Is
have a
your wife
backup
around?
drink.
Can you like ring a bell like Brian does?
I ring a bell.
Oh, I hope
I
she
don't
doesn't
ring a
do
bell.
that.
I don't ring
I hope he doesn't do that.
No, he doesn't.
I ring a bell for a
That
kiss.
was a
Snaps his
fucking
finger.
joke.
He
I
snaps
ring a
his
bell for a
fingers.
kiss.
That was
He
a
snaps his fingers.
joke. There it is. Now we're joking. I like it.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so like I just feel like you could, if it's not going to be related to the comics, like what exactly does a reboot fucking mean anyway? Like just find something new to do, for fuck's sake. It's not that fucking hard.
It's true,
And
Sabrina.
you know what you could do? You could pay your fucking writers and then they can come and write shit for you, you fucking dumb fuck Zaslav.
Pay everybody, pay everybody.
everyone.
Take care of your
Fuck you,
people
Zaslav.
and do what's fucking right.
Word up.
Yeah.